Guys, it's Kevin again, and in this video I'm going to review Season 4, Episode 22 of Glee, the season finale, All or Nothing. Fortunately, the episode was almost nothing. It should have been called Nothing, because, honestly, this was the worst episode of the season. There were some good things about it, but it was the worst episode because they, just like I said they would in my video, they overhyped things. I knew they would. I knew it wasn't going to be as incredible. But then they made my expectations very high, and they ruined everything. For me, this season has been like back and forth. First 4 episodes were perfect. Perfect. 5, 6, and 5. The 5th episode was okay. The 6th, 7th, and 8th, and 9th were really good. And then when the Christmas episode came, that was great. Sadie Hawkins came, that was great. Naked was okay. Diva was great. I Do was great. And then you had like a pattern of Girls and Boys on Film was good. And then Feud was great. Guilty Pleasures was not very good. And then Shooting Star was great. Sweet Dreams was great. Lights Out was great. Wonderful was the best episode of the season. And then this comes and it crushes everything. It just was not a very good episode. And now, it wasn't necessarily a bad episode, though, but there were so many things, it just didn't even feel like a finale episode. That's the problem. See, I knew they could not pass up what they did last season. Last season's finale was so good. It had the best cliffhanger in Glee history, because it had you, like, on the edge of your seat. This episode didn't have me on the edge of my seat. They tried to make it big and everything, and it didn't. Honestly, there were a couple things that it did, but not the things that they wanted you to be on the edge of your seat for. Let's just start off with, in my opinion, we're not going to go to the problems first. We're going to go to the first storyline. I want to talk about Brittany first. This was fantastic. Honestly, the opening scene, though, was, like, agonizing to watch. I'm like, oh my god. Oh, end scene, end. That was me in that scene. Because that scene went on for far too freaking long. And I hated that scene so much. Because it was like, was Brittany trying to be dumb here? Or what? I didn't understand that scene. I didn't even like that scene. Because, I mean, 2 college professors telling Brittany she's smart. Are you out of your mind? How is Brittany smart? I think it's crazy that all this time Brittany's been smart. I don't know if I can really accept that, because after all this time, really? Yes, there is a part where I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But rewatch things like Season 1 and Season 3, especially in Season 3, I just recently watched Saturday Night Gleever, and I realized that in that episode, Brittany wasn't dumb. She was really trying to prove to her, she's not, I don't know. But honestly, with that, I didn't like that scene. But once she came back, Mr. Shu tells everybody, Will tells everybody about, the set list, and Brittany does not like the set list. She wants her to be featured in every song. And I just thought it was hilarious when she's calling it every member. She's saying how, yeah, I love the part where she's like, Tina, you're just, Tina, okay, don't get me started, Tina. Yeah, they've ruined Tina's character pretty much this season. I don't think they ruined it, I just think they made her a lot more bitchier, and they tried to make her, like, unlikable, so they didn't have to give her solos. Your guess is as good as mine as to why they did that. So overall, that was really funny. And then what happens after that is, as we can see, though, Brittany is just getting worse and worse, and she ends up quitting the Cheerios. I love this scene with Coach Ross. She's like, "Oh Lord, you're trying to blow a fire in my room." I thought that was just hilarious. Coach Ross, that was the best moment of the season for her. Perfect way to end the season for Coach Ross. That was a perfect way to end it. That was just hilarious. That was one of the best quotes tonight. But yeah, Brittany, so then what happens with that is Brittany then, Sam calls Santana while she's changing, which was hot, hot, hot. I can't believe they did that. They know people like Naya Rivera, and she definitely is the hottest girl on Glee. Well, it's a tie between her and Lea Michele, because, I mean, they're both really, really hot. But, I mean, it was great to see her. Now all we need is to see Lea Michele that way. So yeah. Here's what I want to say about that, though. He calls up Santana, and, before that, Brittany had Will and Sue on, and we found out that the father of Sue's child was Michael Bolton. That was hilarious. Honestly, I thought it was just going to be, he was just some random celebrity. Honestly, nobody even, I love the part where she's like, they feuded back and forth, then they were friends again, they were enemies again, then they were friends again, then they're enemies, and then everybody stopped caring. Because it's true. Nobody cares about Will and Sue as friends anymore. I really like them in season 3. I don't know where they stand right now. Do I care? No. I like Sue. I don't really like Will, but I don't care where they stand right now. But honestly, that was a great line from Brittany. She had a lot of really good quotes. It kind of felt like they took quotes from the Glee Wiki and put them into Brittany's mouth. I thought that was great. So yeah, Brittany brings Santana onto Fondue for Two. This is the second Fondue for Two. And this time, Santana ends up turning up the camera because she didn't want to talk to her through Fondue for Two. She wanted to talk to her. And we find out that Brittany has to leave MIT right away. And while they are waiting for Show Circle and Regionals, we get the best moment from Brittany, probably of all time, with her goodbye speech, which is also Heather Morris's goodbye speech, because as we know, she is pregnant, and she was showing in this episode. You could see you could see her baby bump and everything. So she was showing in this episode. This might have been the year before, like maybe she just found out. I know this was only taped like a few weeks ago, I believe, because Darren Criss was on Vine only a few weeks ago posting videos from this. So he might have posted like before, but I think this was only done like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. I don't remember. But, then what happens is Brittany gives a goodbye speech to everyone, and she's off to MIT. And, that's what happens there. So I thought this was the best plot of the episode. I thought everything with Brittany was fantastic. She really saved the episode for me. And then, now I want to get into Ryder. So I'm trying to get the good stuff before the bad stuff, because the bad stuff, I'm going to have a huge, I'm going to be ranting to the bad stuff, but I'm trying to get to the good stuff first. As far as Ryder goes, Ryder found out that, he has people who's catfishing him, and that was an amazing scene, by the way, where he's like, get out your phones! Get out your phones! Get out your phones! And I thought that was just an amazing scene, very intense. I also love the music in this episode, like, for the intense scenes. It was, like, scary music. Like, they did a really good job. I gotta say, the music this season, ever since the, like, Shooting Star, has been incredible. Ever since Shooting Star, I've been so impressed with, like, the background music, because it sounds so not like Glee, like, so sinister-like. And that scene right there where he's like, get on your phones! Let me see your phones! I want to see your phones! And then Marley then says that she's catfish, but she's not. It's really Unique. She was covering up for Unique. This was way too predictable, in my opinion. I knew it was going to be Unique. I kind of wished it was Kitty. Honestly, I would have wanted it to be Kitty because I want more Kitty. I just want more Kitty. I'm sorry. She's becoming one of my favorite characters. She's my favorite of the newbies. I want more Kitty. I mean, I just fell in love with Kitty after, I think the episode I fell in love with Kitty is probably Lights Out. I fell in love with Kitty after that. I always loved Kitty, but I love Kitty now. Like, she's my favorite of the newbies. So I really would like more Kitty in the next season. We barely got any of Kitty in this episode, so that is not a very good improvement, but I did like that scene between Ryder and Unique. I did like the way Ryder reacted, though. He should have been a little bit more forgiving. He's kind of like, we don't have anything. I won't punch your face, but I never want to talk to you again. We find out that Ryder has decided that he's going to quit the Glee Club, and I honestly think this is not going to stay. Maybe it's because Blake is leaving? I don't think he's going to leave because, seriously, would they really have a new character leave? Because if they bring a new character to replace Ryder, you're going to see me very upset. You're just going to see me very, very upset. If they continue episodes like this next season, you're going to see me very upset. And again, it doesn't sound like a bad episode, but I'm going to tell you why it was a bad episode. So overall, the Ryder stuff was good. I did enjoy the Ryder stuff. Let's get to the thing in the episode that I thought was the worst part of the episode was Rachel's audition. Rachel's audition was amazing, but the way they did it was terrible. So Will's talking to the New Directions, and out of the blue, he just says, let's, someone else has a big audition today. And how would he know this, honestly? What teacher talks to their students constantly? What teacher brings up past students? Yes, teachers do this, but not all the time. Honestly, this was so badly done. With Will just saying that, oh, Rachel's got an audition, and then we cut to Rachel's audition. She sings To Love You More, and bye-bye. Worst part of the episode ever. It got me so upset because, I mean, we need more from Rachel. That is a terrible way to do it. I mean, this whole season, we've had less and less and less and less of New York. And it's pissing me off, honestly. It hasn't pissed me off because I think some of the acting, like, of the newbies have increased better. And really, they have. I mean, in the beginning of the season, Jake's acting was, I mean, Kitty's acting really wasn't all that strong. Now it's really strong. Same with, I mean, Marley's acting was always kind of strong. But, I don't think Unique's acting was as strong as it was now, and I still don't think that, Unique's the best. I still don't think that Alex Newell, who plays Unique, is the best actor, but honestly, I just really, really wanted more Rachel in this episode. If we had more Rachel, like, Rachel should have come to McKinley to mentor the newbies. I want to see that next year. I want to see a one-on-one confrontation with Rachel and Marley, because they are so similar, yet they're not similar. I want a full-on conversation between the two of them. And don't just make it a one-minute thing like, hi, I'm Rachel, hi, I'm Marley. Okay, let's sing a song. Don't do that. I want something like Mercedes did. Although I want it done like Rachel did, because Marley's like a combination of Rachel, Mercedes, and Santana. So I'd really love to see a full-on conversation between the two of them. That's what I really would have wanted this season. We still didn't get it. But that episode would be amazing. If we had an episode where Rachel mentors everybody, I just think it'd be really great. But honestly, Rachel has to get into Funny Girl with that audition. I just really hope I just was really hoping we get one last scene of her looking at the callbacks, seeing her name, not knowing if she made or not. And I just think we should have gotten just one more scene. I said it, and I was just so upset that they did this. I mean, if you really want to have no Rachel, just have no Rachel. But honestly, episodes that have no Rachel like this proves my theory. Episodes that don't have a lot of Rachel, I usually hate. This was one of them. I didn't hate the Britney stuff. I love the Britney stuff. The Ryder stuff was okay. The Britney stuff was really amazing. And honestly, by the way, as far as the Ryder stuff, that's been the most interesting thing this season, honestly. Like, trying to figure out who Katie is. I mean, that's just been very interesting. I think they made his storyline very interesting. I think he should definitely come back next season. If he's considering coming back, you definitely need to come back. So please come back, Blake, because you were fantastic this season. And I'm not going to hate on him. What I am going to hate at are two things. Regionals and this whole Clayton storyline. Both of these things got me very pissed. Let's go to regionals first. Regionals, honestly, I don't even care. I don't even think these writers know how to write regionals anymore and know what songs to give them anymore. First of all, we have the Waffle Tooths. Will tells them, why do I keep saying Mr. Shoot? I'm just pissed off, okay? Will tells them how, untouchable, the Nuntouchables cannot be there, so they now have, the Waffle Toots are replacing them. Honestly, what are with these names? The Waffle Toots? Really? Couldn't you just say the Whiffin' Poofs? Honestly, it's not, you couldn't even need to, you could have pretended that the sing-off never happened and just say the Whiffin' Poofs. Honestly, it wouldn't have been that hard. I know that's stupid, that pisses me off, but it really does, because it's really stupid that they did that. They should have just said the Whiffin' Poofs, not the Waffle Toots. That's the stupidest name ever. So after all of this happens, we, now this is the part of the episode that I did like. After this, we get the Waffle Toots version of Rainbow Connection, which I loved. It's like Warblers 2.0, but I think they're like better than the Warblers, honestly. I think they're better than them. I think they're really good. And after this, they released this song online, which was really, really good. I was really happy that they did this. So then we get the Who's Your Daddies, which of course I said was amazing. Problem is, you didn't give Frida Romero some freaking dialogue. Jessica Sanchez said in her interview that she's supposed to be like a diva. How did we see this? You gave her no dialogue. This pissed me off so much because after everything that happened with this stupid storyline that was like the front of everything that was really stupid that I'm going to get to because that pissed me off, and then after between the writer and the Britney stuff, this was all too long. Regionals was rushed. Everything was rushed after this, and it pissed me off so freaking much. I'm sorry I'm yelling. I'm just very upset because this pissed me off that she got no dialogue and everything was rushed. Then we get to, this is after Britney's speech and everything, which was very touching. The best scene of the episode, in my opinion. We get to regionals, which was completely rushed, and it wasn't very good. And honestly, I felt like the Who's Your Daddies or the Waffle Toots should have won. But no, Waffle Toots come in third place, Who's Your Daddies in second place, New Directions in first place. Glee is so freaking predictable. This whole episode was so predictable. I knew exactly what was going to happen the whole episode. I guessed it, and I knew exactly what was going to happen. Now let's get to what I thought was the most uninteresting part of the episode. Some people are going to be very mad at me for this, but this whole Blaine storyline is pissing me off. First of all, Kurt does not even want to get married, and Kurt is not considering Blaine as his boyfriend. So why the hell did Blaine say it's for my boyfriend? I mean, that was really, really stupid. And Sam is smarter than Blaine for once. Sam gives him the good advice and says to Blaine how, oh, well, maybe you're not ready for a marriage. I mean, I don't support this, and it's not time yet. And Blaine says, you're just like the rest of the world. They're saying it's not time, it is time. This just feels like a public service announcement for gay marriage. Now, don't get me wrong, I think if you're gay or if you're a lesbian, I think you should be who you are. And if you want to get married, great, and I'm sure you're very happy and everything's going great for you. I'm very happy for you, but, and I'm sure, like, Chris Colfer and Ryan Murphy are very passionate about this because, Chris Colfer's gay and Ryan Murphy's gay. They're very passionate about this, I'm sure, and I feel happy for you that this is finally happening for you, but this just feels like a public service announcement, and it's not even being done very well, because this stupid couple, oh my god, they ruined the episode for me. Everyone else loved them, I did not. They ruined the episode for me. Jan and Liz were just some of the worst characters to come out of Glee, because why do we even need all these new characters in this episode? Why do we have new characters? Yes, we needed Frida Romero, but we didn't need these two, and we didn't need the two MIT professors. We could have had this in a different episode. Honestly, between everything that happened with Jan and Liz, and with Blaine and Kurt, the rest of the episode was just rushed because of this, and it should have been a 2-hour episode. They really knew it was going to go like this. I felt like they rushed the entire episode, and that's good. They're like, oh god, we gotta do something here. We just gotta